Like, it's so awesome, and it's weird to say like a relationship can feel perfect, but I can't imagine anything feeling better.
Today, Bachelor Live hosts Becca and Ben break down that four-letter word, love. And Connor Saeli reveals what he's looking for in a partner.
We'll see what happens.
Plus, Justine Simmons and Rev Run tell us all about their old school romance.
We got this.
Yeah, we got this.
This is your reality check. Happy hump day, everyone. Welcome to Reality Check. I'm your host, Daryn Carp, and joining me today is two Batch Nation favorites, Becca Kufrin and Ben Higgins. How are you guys?
Great.
Better looking in person, if that's even possible. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about the live tour and, of course, Monday night's Bachelor. But first, we have to break down our top five. At number 5, Kristen Bell is getting real about fights between her and husband Dax Shepard. The actress appeared on Justin Long's Life is Short podcast and discussed how she and her husband fight just like every other couple. The Veronica Mars star said they had a recent fight where they were top of the lungs screaming about things around the house that I felt I needed help with. She added that they did find a way to make up and that the couple does go to therapy. I mean, this is kind of important. You guys are both in relationships, right? I think especially with The Bachelor, they feel like everything's perfect, right? But people fight all the time about silly, stupid stuff.
All the time, yeah. I mean, people look at our Instagrams and I think that they think, and I can't speak for Ben, but for Garrett and I, they're like, oh, your relationship is perfect and you guys have so much fun. And yes, we do, but we do fight. Garrett and I are probably the complete opposite person, and so we usually disagree much more than we agree, but we make it work and we find joy and adventure in a way in those disagreements. But yeah, no relationship is perfect and it never should be. You need disagreements to make you stronger.
What do you guys fight about the most?
Oh man, probably how to discipline Minnow, because I am such a pushover. I will say though, I thought that he was gonna be like more tough with her, and so sometimes it's just funny to see. Like sometimes he'll let things slide because he's like, oh, she's sweet, she's giving me kisses, and I'm like, don't let her get away with that. She just peed in the house.
Well, I mean, listen, we all pee in the house, all right?
Happens.
At number 4. John Legend was People's 2019 Sexiest Man Alive, and he's not about to let anyone forget it. The singer and wife Chrissy Teigen were tapped as the spokescouple for Genesis's Super Bowl ad and made a hilariously funny reference to the Voice judge's accolade during the bit. In a statement, the CEO of Genesis said, launching our first SUV with amazing support from John and Chrissy became the perfect time to launch our new young luxury brand campaign. The ad will air during the second quarter of the Super Bowl 54 this Sunday on Fox. I mean, rightly sexiest man alive, right? Do we have any complaints, Ben?
Not a complaint.
Yeah, you knew.
Everyone loves John Legend.
Hey, yeah, how can you, like, there's nothing bad to say about the dude. He's just so perfect. At number 3, Rick Fox speaks out after it was feared he too was killed in the helicopter crash that claimed the lives of 9 people, including NBA legend Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna. The former Dancing with the Stars contestant broke his silence on Tuesday night's episode of Inside the NBA on TNT, saying, my family went through, in the midst of all this, something that I couldn't imagine them experiencing. The former NBA player went on to talk about his daughter's worst fear, which is finding out about his death via social media. I mean, that's horrible. I think Rick Fox is from your hometown, I believe, right? So maybe you have some extra special thoughts on this, but what are your thoughts on people, you know, they were very livid that TMZ sort of reported this without even notifying the families first.
It's crushing, it is, and I agree with Rick. Like, you have to have some respect there for the families. Make sure they know and then release it. I think that's just the right process, and instead it kind of backfired on everybody.
Yeah, I think it was the wrong call to make. That'd be a horrible way to find out. At number 2, Jessica Simpson gets extremely candid in her upcoming memoir, Open Book. The former reality star reveals that she was sexually abused from ages 6 to 12 by the daughter of a family friend who was only 1 year older than her. In her book, she describes how the trauma and emotional pain shaped her life and how part of her healing was confronting her abuser. Any thoughts about this? I mean, I think it's kind of great that she's opening up and being sort of an example for other people who might be going through it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's something so personal to share, and so I applaud her for feeling like she can share that with the world, and I just hope that now she feels a weight is lifted off her shoulder and that she can heal and move on from that.
Yeah, very proud of her for coming forward and being vulnerable. At number 1, Hosting the 2020 Grammy Awards hours after the tragic news of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna's death was no easy feat, but Alicia Keys was dedicated to doing it right. During a chat with Ellen DeGeneres on Wednesday, the singer recalls the opening of the show changing minutes before it was set to begin, saying, "We had to really figure out how can we properly honor him in his house on this night." She went on to explain that Boyz II Men just happened to be there and they created something that felt like it was the right thing. Did you guys watch the Grammys at all? Did you watch all the tributes to Kobe?
Yeah, it was a special evening. That was a really special evening, and I mean, I got to give them credit. Honestly, the Grammys and just how they switched it so quickly to make it an honorable night for the families and for Kobe.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. As we all know, being in TV, switching last minute is never fun, but they pulled it off without a hitch. We have to go to break, but Becca and Ben are sticking around, and we're taking a deep dive into Bachelor Nation when we come back. Stay tuned.
One hometown bachelor will be introduced to a group of local ladies.
The Bachelor live on stage promises all the fun, flirting, drama, and romance of your favorite TV show. Watch the journey unfold live from your seat.
Welcome back. Ben Higgins and Becca Kufrin are still here with me, and I just can't wait anymore. Let's talk about this Bachelor live tour that you two are hosting. So what happens on the live tour? I like that wink you did in the promo, Ben.
I like to shimmy,
smoother on
shake.
camera. Yeah, right, that little...
Wait, whoa. A lot smoother on camera
lot
than
smoother
what?
than in person, of course. Yeah, you can't wink for me right now. Yeah.
Wait, for the camera. Do
Yeah,
a
wait for the
close-up.
camera. Come on, Ben. Yeah, there you go. I'm feeling some sort of way. So tell me about this live tour. What's happening on it?
It's gonna be awesome, first off. So
Yeah, obviously.
I'll take the first part of it, and Becca can be the closer, because she's great at that.
I don't know what that means.
So there's fans of The Bachelor all over this country, and they've always wanted to be involved in the show, right? I mean, people are asking questions about the show all the time. Now they're listening to the show, watching TV, like side shows about the show. And this is a natural evolution where we want to bring what you experience on the big show, The Bachelor, Bachelorette, to your hometown. So you're gonna walk into the evening, it's gonna feel like you're walking into a cocktail party. You're gonna go into the theater, and you're gonna feel like you're walking into the Bachelor Mansion. It really does feel like that. There's gonna be limo entrances with real people from that hometown dating on stage. And then it really picks up, and this will pass to Becca for the date parts.
So you see so many amazing, cool, crazy dates on the show. So we really want to incorporate that on our live stage and have the audience feel like they're part of it. So where you have the challenges, the group dates, the rose ceremonies, hometowns, even fantasy suites, that's all gonna be packed within our show in 2 hours and 20 minutes. So what I think one of the most things that we're so excited about is the fact that because it is live, because you are sitting in front of the stage, like this is the first time our audience can feel like they're part of it, that they can interact with us, like they can cheer at us, hopefully cheer, hopefully not scream, but they can give us all of their feedback on who they're loving, who they think our Bachelor should pick. All of the things that you do behind a screen will now just be live and interactive with us.
Oh my God, that's so exciting. Are there gonna be like those private dates with those private concerts that are so awkward to dance in front of?
You know, we might make this guy give a concert, who knows?
Oh, yes. What city are you guys most looking forward to going to?
Indianapolis, Indiana, and Denver, Colorado. I grew up in Indiana, and then now I live in Denver, and so I know so many people in both. I'm so excited to go to both those places.
Oh, that's fantastic. What about you, Becca?
I gotta give love to my hometown, to Minneapolis. That's probably my #1. And then also San Diego, because that's where I live now. I have so many friends and family that will hopefully come to that show. But I mean, half the cities I have never been to. And so I'm just excited to go to those hometowns. And I've already asked people to DM me, give me your donut spots, your coffee places, your best cocktail lounges, everything. We want to really go and experience as much as we can in each city that we go to. And there's 66 of them. So I'm hoping we can do a lot of eating and drinking and
So
shoving our
smart.
face with donuts.
So smart. How is it working together? You guys seem to have a great relationship.
We just started. So far, so good.
Yeah, she hasn't pissed you off yet.
Not yet.
He doesn't hate me
He
quite
hasn't
yet.
annoyed you yet?
We started, we've gone through rehearsal, we've been practicing. And actually it's interesting, when we started practicing together, there's a lot of like techniques and like actual things that we did that the producers of the show helped us do to connect and build like a bond together as co-hosts. But once we really start moving on the tour, I think it's actually just gonna get easier. You're really gonna start to learn each other, which will be helpful for us.
And you guys must have met beforehand just being in Bachelor Nation. Like you guys have
Yeah.
crossed paths, knowing about each other and
A
everything.
little bit, yeah. I mean, we really probably connected earlier this year during well, it was Colton's finale, I think. We, you know, there's all the like crazy TV stuff that, of course, you do the different appearances where your paths cross. But one night we had some free time, and so Ben was like, "Do you guys just want to grab some drinks?" So we just sat and chilled. I think Airstream, was it Airstream that was in the bar with us?
Air Supply.
Airstream. Yeah, Air Supply was there at the same bar.
Same difference.
It's the same thing.
Tomato.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so, but this is
Love it.
really like the first time that we've spent a lot of time together, and it's gonna be a lot more because it's 3 months, basically 3 months on a tour bus, but it'll be a fun adventure, and I hope he doesn't hate me too much at the end of it.
I don't think he's capable of that. You know, you both have suffered difficult and public breakups, obviously, as part of Batch Nation. Even though you're both happily in love now, why do you still believe in the power of the Bachelor format?
Well, I think the show itself, it has so many elements. You have the love, you have the drama, you have the amazing dates that you see, and it really does work. People always ask, like, is it real? Is it fake? It's all real. Like, we truly had feelings for the people that we were on our seasons with. And I think because you're so removed from technology, you don't have your phone, you don't have TVs, you really get down and dirty in the right conversations at the right time. You really have to focus on your feelings and your relationships and really compartmentalize each relationship that you're in. And so I think that's what makes it work, because when you remove all of the extra noise and the fodder from the world and just focus on what you're feeling with the person you're in front of, relationships just develop much quicker. And that's the part that I think it's hard for them to comprehend at times.
Very well said.
I just think I also think there's this level too where dating day's so weird. Like, you know, I met my girlfriend through messaging her on Instagram.
You slid right into those DMs, didn't you, Ben?
And it worked.
Yeah.
And, you know, Becca meets Garrett on a show. Like today, there's so many weird and wacky ways to date. And so why not just add one more? And actually, I like this better because you're meeting in person first. So it's forcing you to actually like look somebody in the eyes and say, are you interested in me? Do you like me?
Yes.
Let me get to know you. Yeah, you know? So that's why I still believe in it, because I think it's untraditional, but it's actually becoming more and more traditional based on how we're
more the norm.
The norm now than with how we're dating.
Well, since we're talking about love, let's talk about your loves. Becca and you, Garrett, Becca and Garrett, you two are very cute. What's new with the two of you?
Oh, well, thank you for calling us cute.
Well, you guys are cute. Look at you.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Garrett's shirtless. I don't
that
know.
was
It's a lot.
That was a good picture.
Can we show that one again?
Yeah, let's bring that up, guys. There it is.
Oh, God, Garrett's gonna hate this. So we're living together now. It's almost coming up on a year. We got a dog a few months ago who is our entire world.
What kind of dog?
A little corgi.
Oh, cute.
Yes, she is very, very spoiled. She's such a diva, but we love her so much. She's so sweet. But Garrett is amazing. He is so supportive of me to go on this next part of my life. And I would not be able to go and do Bachelor Live on stage for 3 months and be away from him if he didn't give me that support. And he'll be on the road with me for some of it, not all of it. But him and Minna will be there and coming to some of the shows and hopefully making an appearance.
Has Garrett given you any advice of how to deal with Becca? You know, you guys are basically going to be on the road together, so he's got to give you some tips, right?
What would he say?
He
What do you think would be
needs
one
to.
thing he would say?
Yeah, what would he say?
He's gonna tell you, which this part's not gonna be possible. Every night I like to have a bath with a glass of wine to unwind, which I'm not gonna be able to do.
I can't help with that.
But he would say when I get stressed and stubborn, which happens quite a bit, to just like give me some alone time.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, no problem. I'll step out of
Put me
that.
in the back room with a glass of wine. Just put me in timeout. It'll be good.
Just supply yourself with wine. You'll be fine, Ben. Ben, you and your girlfriend Jessica are also too cute. How are you balancing life on the road and also sort of nurturing this new-ish year-in relationship?
Yeah, well, she's
So pretty.
To kind of go off of what Becca was saying, like she's just insanely supportive of me. Like she just wants to see me be my best self. And she just, I mean, I'm not kidding. I think she literally walks into every day going, how can I just make Ben feel a little bit better about himself? And it is like, it's insane. It's been a year of that. And so when the tour came, there was like logistical questions. How can we do this and be apart? And is this going to be healthy or not for our relationship? But ultimately what we decided is this can be great. We're going to take a road trip together in a tour bus and see the US. Like, it can't get much better. And
Yeah.
so Jessica's she's just the best. She's my best friend, and she's fun, and she's exciting, and I think my life is only gonna get better with her in it.
When you slid into her DMs, did she know that you were the Bachelor? Like, did she have any idea who you were? Did she watch your season?
She definitely knew who I was, but she did not see the season. Her mom loves the show so much, so she called her mom right away and was like, what is happening here? And her mom's like, I don't really know, but you should at least like message him back. So she didn't watch my season, which is actually good.
Yeah.
There's a little story here that I'll share, and I think it's intriguing. The very first time she ever saw any piece of my season was watching the Bachelorette reunion show that came out last year. And it was when, JoJo and Lauren were both there with me at the end, and it crushed Jessica. She was like, I don't want to ever see this again. So I have no doubt we'll never watch my season.
That's probably a good thing for you,
I think
right?
it's very healthy. Yep.
Well, in sad Batch Nation news, Kendall and Joe have announced their split. Have you spoken to either of them, and do you know how they're doing?
We just actually heard this a little bit ago in an interview, and I love Kendall. I don't know Joe as well. Kendall, my heart goes out to them. Breakups are hard enough, and being in the public eye, it just makes it that much more difficult because you just hear it constantly. So I'll definitely reach out at some point. I'm sure she's just going to be bombarded today.
Yeah.
So I will, and maybe share a bottle of wine that might be needed.
Were you surprised at their breakup, or did you see it coming, or?
No, I didn't at least. I haven't been with both of them together in probably 2 months now, but they just got a dog together, and they were living together, so I did not, but again, my heart goes out.
Absolutely.
We're sending them our love.
It's very hard. Ben, did you know Kendall or Joe?
Yeah, we just spent time together for my podcast. We were out in Tahoe together, or in Napa together, and they were doing great. We did just find out, and this is weird and sad. It's just never fun, and now it's so public, but I like them both a lot. I really have enjoyed my time with them. It's weird to think about.
Yeah, hopefully they can be friends in the future. Well, all right, we have to go to a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be continuing talking all about The Bachelor and the live tour when we come back. Stay tuned.
I did not have a great time in Paradise last time, so no, I'm a single man right now, focusing on a lot of other stuff, but definitely open to dating.
Oh, he's open to dating. Welcome back. I'm still here with Becca and Ben from Batch Nation, and joining us via Skype is Mr. Connor Saeli. Hey, how are you there?
Woo! I'm good. How are you doing?
You look very cute. Are you still single, Connor?
I am still a single man. Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to let you do the honors. What is your big announcement that you came on here for?
So I'm going to be the Bachelor for the Bachelor live on stage in LA.
Yeah.
The women are going crazy.
I mean, the women are going nuts in the studio. The gay men are going nuts in the studio. Well, how excited are you to be on Bachelor Live, like on stage? What are you looking for in a partner?
I'm really excited. I had a great experience in the Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise, even though it was an emotional roller coaster. A lot of times it was such a great time, and got to know and learn so much about myself. So I really believe in the process and the show. So I'm excited to have another shot at it. But in terms of like what I'm looking for, just a woman who kind of fights for what they want, is adventurous, outgoing, and I don't know. We'll see. Just looking for that like kind of connection that I just haven't found yet.
Then you need the natural spark. Now, Becca and Connor, you guys are both dog parents. How important is it for your partner to love dogs?
Very.
Number one quality, right?
Yeah.
You can't
That's
trust
definitely
someone that
top
doesn't
five
like a
quality.
dog.
Like what?
No,
What if they're like a cat person, like the host of Reality Check? If they're a cat person, is that a no-go?
It's not a deal breaker, but I'm not a huge cat guy. I'll be honest.
Oh, God, how can I continue this interview? Well, since I have you all here, I have to talk about Peter's season so far, because the drama between the ladies has left him confused and full of doubt. Let's watch.
I feel like I can't even get the time that I need to just explore something that I feel with Alea. And then Victoria F. and the comments that she made about the concert. This is too tight. I'm worried that all these girls are just gonna walk out and they're just gonna give up on this, and I get it.
Is this the ultimate guy move, loosening the tie when things get a little heated? Watching that drama play out, are you glad that you're not in his shoes, Connor?
No, I mean, I'm sure Ben and Becca can kind of attest to this, but, being the person handing out the roses is probably not an easy job. A lot of emotions there. And, when you're really trying to find your wife, I can't imagine how stressful that is. So, it'd be cool to be in his position, but I think he's doing a great job.
So diplomatic he is. Well, Becca and Ben, you've been in his shoes as the Bachelor and Bachelorette. What advice do you have him with dealing with this Alea situation that Peter's going through right now?
It's tough.
Who do you believe, and how do you know who to believe?
Well, last week, and I've talked about this on the Bachelor Happy Hour podcast, last week, I truly did believe Victoria. I was like, she's stating that they knew each other, but not very well. This week, though, it just is confusing because the way that they're interacting together versus what they're both saying. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, just if you're questioning any of these girls right now and you have just still an amazing group of girls, like go with the girls that are not drama, that are there for you, that want to spend time with you. And so I've said it, just cut the fat and get rid of the ones that you're questioning.
Ben, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the mark of a good Bachelor, Bachelorette is how they deal with controversy. And when there's confrontation, controversy follows, and he's just got to walk into it, manage it, handle it, and make sure that he continues down the path of finding his wife. And so far, it just feels like chaos is ensuing around him, and he's not doing enough to suppress it.
Lots of chaos on this season. Well, back to Bachelor Live on Stage. Can you each tell our viewers why they need to be there in person to see this happen, outside of seeing Connor in person?
Connor, you're a good-looking fella, man. I've been looking at your Instagram prepping for this, and you have a lot of shirtless pictures. And as I talk here, I want to just offer the ability for you to take off the shirt in your office space to show all the women what they should come out for.
Yeah, come on, Connor. Let's see the goods, man. Come on, Connor. Come on, man.
Take it off because
Take it off,
all the
dude.
extra girls coming out.
Connor, just give us something.
Take
Look
it
off.
Look at his
Yeah, give me a bicep at least, a nipple,
Save it for
something.
the live show. We'll save it for the live show.
Well, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Look at this guy smile. He's a great dude. A very eligible man. You need to come out to the live show because it really will be an experience for the people in the audience. The people in the audience will be, they will feel like they're watching the show up close and personal. There'll be cringeworthy moments. There'll be moments that we can laugh at the contestants with. There'll be moments, hopefully, where there's love and possibly kind of a proposal at the end. We never know, buddy.
You got to take your shirt off for that one, buddy.
But that's how you get there. But I'm telling you right now, as an audience member, as a fan of the show, this will be the best way for you to get up close and personal with the experience of the show. And it's just coming to your hometown. So you don't have to drive far. It's 66 cities. At most, it's a 3-hour drive.
That's the best pitch I've ever heard. Connor, Becca, Ben, thank you so much for chatting with me. The Bachelor Live on Stage kicks off February 13th in Mesa, Arizona. Visit bachelorliveonstage.com for the tour date and to buy tickets so you too can be part of the Batch Nation journey. After the break, Rev Run and his wife Justine are joining us to talk about the old school love. Stay tuned.
Whereas other people in my past made me feel jealous, and I was, you could say, a jealous person. When I got with him, he disarmed jealousy.
Welcome back. With me now are the authors of the new book, Old School Love and Why It Works, Rev Run and Justine Simmons. How are you guys?
Very happy to be here.
Applauses all around. You both look fantastic. I'm excited to read your book. Now, both of you attended the Grammys last weekend. Have you both recovered from all the craziness?
No.
We haven't.
Hungover? What's...
We tired because our flight got delayed to get home.
Oh, no.
So we got home around 4
in the morning.
And I had to do makeup at 4:30.
And she had to go be on different television shows, and
Yeah.
we just been running ever since.
How was all the Kobe tributes that you guys saw, all the love pouring
I mean,
out
the
for him?
love just poured. It was ironic that we were all in the Staples Center where he always played,
Right.
and doing something that he loves, which is music. So it's almost like a celebration of Kobe Bryant.
It was done very, very well, I
Yeah.
think. It was the house that Kobe built, as they always
Is
say.
that
Exactly. So it was
something?
kind of like
It was a little surreal.
God,
exactly.
yeah. No.
As a mother, I'm curious, how did it affect you and how devastating was the news to hear?
You know, all I can do is think of Vanessa, his wife, and just pray for her and strength and try not to dwell about it happening to me.
Yeah.
You know, so.
She doesn't want to keep her feet in those shoes because it makes her sad.
Yeah, but
just
praying for her constantly. You can't help but keep thinking of her and the kids constantly.
Yeah, of course. It's a tragedy all around, and all the other families on board as well.
Exactly.
Well, Rev, you returned to the Grammys to perform with Aerosmith. What was it like teaming up with them again?
It was cool. I mean, Steven is really fun, and Joe, and we did a
Rocked out.
little rehearsal, and then we just started screaming at each other. Like you see, look, I'm screaming at Steven.
Same outfit.
Yeah.
You kept going. You're just in the Grammy mood.
I landed it and kept it on.
Yeah, it's smart. Justine, did you enjoy watching him perform? Do you critique Rev's performance ever?
I do. That's why a lot of times I don't go because I'm too intense. Instead of just enjoying it, I gotta, look and make sure everything's on point. Yeah, it's too much. But I really had a good time. This time I really enjoyed myself, jumping up. My kids were there. All of our kids except Vanessa was there.
There's Miley.
It was amazing.
Did Rev style you for the Grammys?
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, she said no first.
Yeah, but then I had to think. I had to think.
She had
he
about
was the
10
main
outfits, and I picked
person
one.
to say nay or yay.
Yep. So I'm the stylist. Yeah.
And do you style her for all the
All
award shows?
the time.
Well, she
do you
picks a
like
bunch of.
that? I'm getting a sense that you don't like that.
Because sometimes I'm like,
She likes it.
I like this.
She likes it. No, she likes it.
You know what I have to say?
Keep it real.
This is
like
old
the
school love
outcome.
right here.
Yeah, I love the outcome, but at the time, sometimes
You don't like the process.
Annoying.
Yeah, sometimes it's annoying
Annoying,
because
yeah.
he knows like right off. With me, I want to look a
Yeah, I'm
little
like,
in the
no, this
mirror
is
and
it.
see.
There's no need to look
He
any
knows
further.
right away, and maybe
When it's
I'm a
something
little.
Yeah, she
maybe
wants
I
to
don't
have fun.
like that.
Hey, it's a testament to how well you guys know each other.
Yes.
No, Rev, how did this Grammy opportunity come about? How did you first hear about it?
Got a call from Aerosmith and said, let's do Walk This Way together at the Grammys. I said, okay.
No hesitation on your part whatsoever.
Boom. I mean, what are you going to do? It's the Grammys.
Yeah, right.
And we have that record, that iconic Walk This Way collaboration. I was like, I'm in.
It's a great song. It's an absolute smash. Well, let's talk about your book. It's so heartfelt, so honest. Even watching you guys here, I love the banter. What inspired you to write your love story about your relationship?
A lot of people on his Instagram asking him, because if you go to his Instagram, he has positive messages on there, but it's also about him and I.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are like, please, you guys need to write a book for years. And if we see people in the street, they'll either ask us for advice.
And then we had some time, so we did it.
Yeah.
How long did it take to write the whole thing?
About 6 months.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay, so she knows the time period.
Who got the final editorial decision? Like, if you wanted to write something, was Rev like, nah, or you got the
I kind of was pushing her. Remember at the end when they kept going back and forth, we read it together?
Yeah.
And then she had about a few changes, just things that were accuracy changes.
Yeah.
She's keeping you honest. She's keeping you on point.
Exactly.
I like that. Well, the book reads as if you're having a conversation with the reader and sometimes with each other. Was this intentional? Did you want to
Yes.
break the fourth wall, if you will?
Yes,
Yeah.
we wanted to be very candid. We wanted it to be very, pull you into our world. If you saw Run's House, you saw the reality shows, but you need to know some things that were going on behind the camera per se, and we gave it to you raw.
Right, and we also wanted takeaways so that
You can understand
if you're
how we got through it.
If you're going through, if you're getting ready to get married, or if you are in a marriage, we want to give you little takeaways so that you can
Take it away.
hopefully use it.
Listen, you guys both live your life in the public eye, but how hard was it to be that vulnerable in a book?
Not at all.
Really?
No.
The television show wasn't hard. The book's not hard because we know we're here servants. We were giving you our life for the TV show for you to enjoy, and we're giving you the book for you to learn and to be inspired. So we're here for that.
And everything was real. A lot of people, it's funny, a lot of people say, they were too Brady Bunchy or something like that, but they don't realize our kids were little, so it wasn't a whole lot they were doing.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It wasn't a raunchy TV show. It was
And we showed you
family.
what we really did. We really did have family meetings. We
All that
really were
stuff.
together a lot. We didn't show, we didn't show you, us going to church or anything.
But
and
you knew I was the Rev.
Exactly.
We know he's the Rev.
We know he's
Well, they're happy, funny, sad stories that tell us about how you've both managed it all. I want to start from the beginning. You both met at a Curtis Blow show, if I'm correct, where our Rev was DJing. Would either of you describe that moment as love at first sight? Describe that first meeting for me.
I wouldn't say, well, for me, I probably wouldn't. Maybe not him, but I think I was in love,
cute?
I think.
Really?
Well, yeah. I don't know why though. Because
wow.
I just met him. I didn't meet him. Like he was on a stage and it was all about Curtis Blow. He was just a son of Curtis Blow.
That was my name at the time.
So
before Run DMC.
Oh, son of Curtis Blow.
DJ Run, yep, that was my name at that time. I didn't have any records out. I was working with Curtis Blow and rapping along with him. I was only 15 and she was 15 or 14.
Yeah.
And 16 and 15, and then we exchanged numbers, and that was that.
You guys hit it off from the start? I mean, you both just found each other attractive? Like, what was it?
Yes,
well, I
definitely
found him really.
Yeah, the same. She was cute, and she thought I was cute, and we took each other's numbers.
Yeah.
Called her. She lived in Long Island. I lived in Queens, so we spoke for a couple of months, and then we had to drift.
We did the movies. We went to the
movies once as kids, and then, it was from Long Island to Queens is like a million miles away when you don't drive and you're a kid.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
it's like a world away.
Right.
Yeah.
So we kind of went our own ways, and then we met back up later and got married.
What movie did you guys see?
I don't know.
I have no idea. We were kissing.
Oh, okay. That's how you keep the marriage alive. I see that. Well, Justine, Rev wrote you a letter that read, "I will marry you one day," but you
Yeah.
lost touch for a few years. Did you think it would still happen after all that time?
No, we thought it was a wrap.
I didn't. And I didn't even know he was run yet because somebody saw some pictures I had and they were like, you know who that is? I said, yeah, his name is Joe. I used to go out with him. And they were like, no, this is Run for Run DMC. And I was like, wow, I didn't know that. And then years later,
We connected.
How did you guys reconnect?
My cousin was at a security guard at her sister's school in Long Island, and he was bragging, my cousin is Run. And her sister said, so what? My sister used to date Run. And then he got her phone number, and then I called, and we reconnected.
Oh, that's fate. That is aligned in the stars for you guys.
Thank you.
I mean, that's
I
pretty
believe
incredible. Rev, in the book, you wrote about the moment in the presidential suite that helped you realize you needed God. Is there something you still carry from that time period?
Yeah, well, being at the level of success and stardom that was going on, I just know that, life, you have to take it in increments. I was at that time, it's like more. How can I get more money? How can I sell more records? How can extremely overly competitive. And I learned that you have to cruise or you run into the wall thinking.
lose.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
Gnarls
this.
Barkley said, he would talk about this big record that he had, Crazy.
Yeah.
And he said, that's a shooting star. And you can't expect a lot of those, but when you're a kid like me, I'm thinking, I'm gonna make 100 of these. I'm gonna keep making hits, not knowing that, like he said, like that was a blessing, some of those hit records. They don't just, have over and over and over again. But that's what I learned, that you can't just say you're gonna take over the world, and you can't just keep pushing and thinking, that sky is the limit without having a little bit of cruise time, a little gratefulness time.
Has Justine always been sort of your rock, someone who's humbled you, maybe throughout all the fans loving you and your fame? Like, is she kind of...
She's been, on these TV shows with me recently, Run's House and everything, so she's kind of with me in it at this point.
Yeah, I wasn't with him during like the whole...
All the Run DMC.
All the Run DMC.
Right.
Toward the end, like
Yeah,
Down with the King, I
yeah.
was. And by then he was so dedicated and into
Ready
church.
to be married and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's perfect timing. Well, we have to take
Perfect timing.
That's what happens. You have to take a quick break, but more with Rev Run and Justine Simmons when we return. Welcome back to the show. I'm still here with Justine Simmons and Rev Run, whose new book, Old School Love and Why It Works, is on shelves now. Guys, are you ready to play a game with me?
Yes.
You guys look ready. All right, while I have you two here, I want to play a game with you. It's time for Realitywed game.
Okay. Oh, that's cute.
I know, it's cute. Like, gotta love the graphic. All right, you two have your boards. No peeking, no cheating. Here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna ask you guys some questions, and you'll both write your answers on the board, and we'll see how well you guys know each other. Are you ready to play?
We're ready.
All right. Here's the first question. Rev, what is Justine's hidden talent? And then Justine, you write it as well. See if you guys have the same answers.
Hidden.
Hidden talent.
You know, but other people don't.
Hidden.
You know it, but people don't.
I don't know. I don't have.
Yeah,
an answer.
Joey. You know.
Nope.
What do I do?
All right, 5 seconds left.
I wrote what I wrote.
All right, let's reveal. Singing
Renovation.
Oh, renovation.
I didn't think singing, so I can't
That's why I
think
said you know they
I
don't.
wouldn't have never known to say that. So.
All right, no points for the Rev on this one. Round number 2, Rev, what does Justine think? What does Justine think her sexiest quality is?
Oh my God, these questions are gonna be hard for me. What does she think? I don't know what you think. I don't know.
Yeah, what is Justine
All right, I'm gonna write
think is
something that's gonna.
her
I'm not gonna
sexiest
win.
Quality here. All right, Rev's finishing up. Rev, what did you say? Personality, Justine? My walk. Okay, wait,
I
all
mean,
right.
You said
What you
sexy.
think.
That's what you said.
No,
you
but
say
she said
to
what
me.
she said. What you think your best quality is?
No, she said, what do you think?
No,
What does Justine think her sexiest quality is? And do you think it's
Only
her
because
walk?
by what you
Babe,
say.
she said, what do you think about yourself? Not about what I think. I think the walk, you would probably say your personality. I know I'm gonna get these wrong.
So he was thinking from your point of view.
Yeah,
All right, no
you would
points for
say
Rev,
something.
but he explained it a little bit. I got this. All right.
I'm gonna get one maybe.
You're going to get this. Rev, what is Justine's favorite song right now?
Okay. Jesus.
We're giving you hard ones here.
I'm just gonna go
Oh,
with,
my
I'm gonna go with
favorite
artist. I'm
song
gonna go with an artist.
right now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with an artist.
You could do favorite artist.
And you know what that is.
Right now, what is your favorite
But I
artist?
know what it is. If you don't get this one ready, go.
All right, Rev, what did you say?
Sade.
All right, Sade. We got a point for Rev, finally.
I knew I
Okay. Rev, you are 1 up on this one. 2 more questions for you. Rev, what is Justine's favorite quality about you? What would she say to that?
I think this, I don't know if
Blinded by
ready?
Justine's rock over there. Okay. She's finishing up.
I hope this is
Rev, what do we have to say for
ready.
ourselves?
Just go.
Sorry, I spelled that wrong.
Justine's
Let's go.
favorite quality
Go.
about you is what, Rev?
Sorry.
Kind of
She's attentive.
Kind of shy. All right, very attentive. All good qualities, though, but we're not going to count that one. All right, Rev,
am
you still 1-0.
attentive,
Last question coming to you. Rev, what was the first meal Justine ever cooked for you?
She will not lose this one.
If she loses this one, this is it.
There's
This
no
is
way.
the dissolution of the marriage.
Ready?
All right, Rev.
Did she write it too?
Eggs. All right, wait. Now tell me. All right, wait. Was it like a morning
No,
after
no. I met her
crazy.
back after some years, and she cooked the egg until it was almost a piece of chicken, and it put a bunch of spices on it, and it was the worst egg.
Okay.
She didn't know it was the worst egg, but I act like it was okay. But then I told her later, never cook an egg like that again.
Okay,
Right?
let me explain.
But he went on another date. He kept dating you. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, first of all, guys, know that I was trying to impress him so much that I tried to make the egg taste like the best thing he ever tasted. So I put like Lara seasoning salt.
Who puts that on an egg?
Onion powder, garlic powder. You understand? I just want him to be like, I never had eggs
who
like
knew
this.
an egg could taste this great?
Exactly.
There you go.
That's what she thought, but that didn't
And
work.
then you did the opposite.
All I did was a
there.
little salt and pepper over easy. She cooked it forever because she liked her food cooked well. It was not good.
Has she since learned how to cook an egg for you?
Perfectly. It's been years. That was the first date almost.
All right, we're swapping right now. I'm going to ask Justine you some questions about Rev. All right, here we go. Justine, what is Rev's favorite reality show?
I guess. You know, babe. It's just whatever.
You know, babe.
I'm gonna go with it when you're ready.
All right, Justine's finishing up here.
Ready?
I don't know.
I hope it's what you think it is.
Justine, what is Rev's favorite reality show?
Turn it around.
Favorite reality?
I put Run's house. I figured you
What'd
would
you
know.
say?
Oh, I thought you meant for right now.
What'd you
I
put?
thought-
Throwing up hip hop. I feel like I can count that.
I did.
Yeah, it is.
I
It's the
feel
same
like I
thing.
can count
I
that.
didn't know you meant now.
She's just saying whenever, so that's good. That's a good answer. It's the same thing.
Speaking of Ron's house, do you still have the Cato Mate?
I still know him. He was a guy from Hollis that walked and said, "Can I tell my time?"
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's how you do it.
right.
All right, I'm counting that. Justine, 1 point. You got to beat Rev's 2. Justine, what is Rev's favorite Run DMC song?
She won't know.
Wow.
She won't know, but I know it. But I'm just gonna write the truth, and she's never gonna get it. Just write any song you want.
I like Rev's confidence in you. You know what I
Not gonna
mean?
get
Like,
it.
I'm just going to write the
Just
truth, but she's never
write whatever
gonna
you
get it.
want. Write whatever you want, babe. You know all the songs.
5 seconds.
This is definitely my favorite.
All right, Justine, what do we got on here?
I'm running Turn It, Go.
Tricky, and we got Rock Box. Is that right?
Yeah. I was gonna write Tricky for
Was
her,
Tricky
but
your favorite, or did you just think that was?
no, she knows that one rocks the hardest at the concert.
And I also danced to it at school. We had like
You didn't dance to
That's
Tricky.
so weird.
No, you didn't dance to It's Tricky. You danced to It's Like That.
dun.
That's Just Like That.
I knew that.
Well, let's go. But that would have
Well,
been
you guys
wrong
are already
too.
married. It doesn't really matter.
Okay,
You
then.
got him. You know,
Like,
it's fine. He's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Why is that is it your favorite song to perform?
It's just my favorite song. It's just the best of what we made to me.
I will know from now on, babe.
All right, Justine, you got to have one more. You got to beat Rev here. Justine, what is Rev's biggest fear?
She knows what it is.
I mean, the man doesn't fear anything. We know this. But if he had to pick, what is his biggest fear?
All right, go.
All right, Justine, what did you say?
Authorities.
Authority and God.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Wait. You're fearful of God?
Well, God's the ultimate authority, so.
I feel like I'm counting that. I'm counting that. Rev,
I don't want to. I don't want to disappoint.
2-2.
That's the answer. That was definitely truth. Authority.
That's definitely
God's
right.
the ultimate authority. You don't want to.
That's another reason why our marriage works,
Works.
because God is our foundation. So we don't want to disappoint Him. Like, I'm not cheating because
I'm under authority, and God is the ultimate authority.
Yeah.
Right, so you're like, it keeps you balanced. It keeps
Yeah, so that was definitely the right
Grounded.
answer. We both wrote the same exact thing.
that's the same answer. We're tied 2-2. Justine, you have a few more questions here.
Good.
What is Rev's favorite place on his body to be kissed?
Don't do that. I'm gonna write lips, man, because I can't take this.
I didn't write these questions, Rev. Do not blame me.
All
All right, here we go. She's running a rather long answer,
Y'all
Rev.
think y'all slick with that.
I-
It's way
He's
too
gonna be
much.
so mad.
Don't write nothing crazy, Just.
All right, Justine.
Why would you write crazy stuff?
Legs or his soft butt? This is a
Why would
first
you make
for
this?
me.
She knows that's not true.
It's not true?
No,
Is
Just.
your butt soft?
But I've never asked you to kiss my butt, so stop that.
You never
She's
asked me
such
like
a-
that, babe.
But she's, you know what's funny?
You
She
never asked me
loves
like
to
that.
just be a comedian. She
I'm
just
loving
now,
it.
but-
I'm loving this. All right,
I ain't never-
Justine.
Come on, Just.
His butt is like
Oh,
a
but-
baby's, like,
all right.
yeah.
Can we move on, please?
kinda like
I'm
that.
embarrassed, and she knows that's not true.
Is your butt soft?
I don't. Heck if I know. It's down there. Let's move on, please.
Last question, Justine. Break the tie for me, girl. All right, here we go. What is Rev's pet peeve about you?
Oh my God, what's a pet peeve? A pet peeve
Oh.
you don't like, basically.
Talking about soft butts, maybe? That could be an answer. That's a possibility.
Oh my
just
God,
forget.
I know it is.
Web's trying to narrow it down. It seems like there's a lot of pet
I
peeves
got
up
it.
in this marriage.
Right.
She's not gonna believe, but she's gonna know this is true.
What is Rev's pet
I'm
peeve
turning it
about
around.
Wait.
Justine?
Babe, that's.
All right, this is to break the tie.
She's not
Justine,
gonna
what are you
break it.
saying here?
Yeah, that's staying up.
Staying up too late?
She knows that was the answer. Yep. So she.
I
knows-
leave things.
Off of bottles, the caps off of bottles.
Oh, you do that? Oh, that's a pet peeve. Oh, you put the cap back on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but she
Was
stays
that
up
good
too
though,
late.
baby?
That's a little. Yeah, that's a type. Yeah, that's a top two.
You know what? This is a happy marriage. You guys have tied the game. Thank you so much for playing. It was all worth it. You know, you guys are relationship goals, and I think you proved it. Guys, you can get their new book, Old School Love and Why It Works, on Amazon or anywhere you buy books. We have to go to break. When we come back, we'll be hitting you with another moment in reality
Good job,
history.
baby.
Don't go anywhere.
Good job.
Well, that's all, folks. Big thanks to Ben, Becca, Connor, Rev Run, and Justine for such a great show today. Reality Check streams Monday through Thursday on Twitter at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're following @People so you don't miss a thing. To wrap out this Wednesday show, here's a moment in reality TV history that no one can forget. I'm Daryn Carp, and I'll check you tomorrow. In this 2003 episode of Making the Band 2, P. Diddy is mentoring Da Band, an up-and-coming hip-hop group. The 33-year-old rapper turned reality star believes their success is going to their heads, and they haven't had a chance to pay their dues. So he gives them a test. Are they humble enough to walk all the way to Brooklyn to bring him back a slice of cheesecake from Junior's? It's a 3-hour trek, and DeBan doesn't get it at first. But eventually they see Diddy's eternal wisdom. Sometimes you gotta walk to rap. The cheesecake trek remains one of the great lessons in reality history, and let's not forget the tasty song it inspired.
Cheesecake.